Cancelled.
Schweezy.
On to our last article of this episode. From Penn Live, Bud Light replacement. Americans' dad, ultra right, 100% woke-free American beer is apparently a real brand now. The Bud Light boycott is apparently still a thing for some after its partnership with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney, because there are still folks on social media swearing off those beers, because some of them are also finding it pretty darned tricky to find a replacement because Bud Light is owned by Anheuser-Busch, which has an extensive catalog of beer brands. Enter Seth Weathers. Weathers has apparently identified this as an opportunity, and he is going after it because Weathers, who has 30,000 followers on Twitter and described himself as being on a mission to help conservatives unlearn the government lies about food, lose weight, and get in shape, is bringing a beer to the market. He is using just about every adjective there is that might appeal to the new anti-Bud Light crowd to get it sold. That is right. If you hop onto ultrarightbeer.com, you can order yourself a 6-pack of American Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free American beer. No idea how this stuff might taste, but it might have the longest name in the beer game. In fact, there are more words in the name than there are ingredients: water, hops, barley, and yeast in the beers, according to the site. Conservatives will no longer complain about big corporations who use our money to indoctrinate our children with their woke garbage. A quoted attributor to Weathers on the site reads, "We'll dump them. Chances are, if you have made it this far, you're probably thinking about giving Weathers your money too and filling up your cooler with American Dad's Ultra Light 100% woke-free American beer." If so, there are some things you should know before ordering. First, according to its site, the beer ships on May 11th, so you will have to wait a bit for that cold one. Considering attention spans in 2023 and the real issue the country faces, it's almost a certainty that the boycott will be long forgotten by then. Maybe not, though. Second, it's an ale. Weathers classifies the follow-up tweet. Not sure that matters to folks who had the palate dialed to Bud Light prior to this whole boycott thing, but just in case. So I'm adding this dude talking. And finally, if you're thinking about making the switch, it's going to cost you. The company's site says it ships to 42 states, and Pennsylvania is one of them, so you're in luck. But the cost of a 6-pack is $19.99, and that is before shipping tossed in the shipping, and you're going to pay a little more than $33 for a 6-pack to be delivered to Harrisburg. Weathers might have crushed that Bud Light can, and the initial social media splash for him Wednesday looks like a home run, but the price point for a sixer with an ABV of 4% feels like it's probably going to be a swig and miss in the end. Yeah, so I'm going to honestly say this, because this doesn't sound like it's going to be too shocking. Rednecks aren't going to buy the shit. Dude, like, your audience is the rednecks, you know? And it's always a big thing to know your audience. As Ben Folds once said, if you can't draw a crowd, draw dicks on a wall. So I'm going to say this, yeah, you're making a craft beer that you're selling to the audience of Bud Light. I just feel like you know what audience you want, but it's going to be a long stretch to get them on board. It's kind of like electric cars. And I said that if you can get rednecks on board with electric cars, or like get them big ass, trucks. And I hate fucking trucks, dude. I mean, I don't know. Like if your work really needs them, like musicians who have trucks, I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, I'll just put my drums back there. They're all wet now, and they're all wet and they're dirty. But yeah, no, like you have to get yee trucks. You know, like I like a truck that gets 1 mile to the gallon and I'm cramped inside of it. So yeah, I think the audience is wrong, and yeah, what is the beer? Anheuser-Busch, they own? How much shit do they own? That's the question I do have. Like, do they own Natty Light? Because I would assume a lot of people got Natty Light. There's Natty Ice, too. You know, like, this beer only tastes good when it's cold, you know? It's like, if it gets like, you have to drink it in the fridge for it to taste good. PBR, you know? I feel like liberals took that one, you know? It's our beer now. Yeah, I think Because Busch is on a... it took me a little bit to make that connection. It was like, Busch Stadium, because I know Budweiser's in St. Louis, and I'm like, Busch, oh yeah, they're... Yeah, that's weird, yeah, you know, they both taste the same, too. Like, they both taste the same. It's not a big deal. Do you hate gay people but like beer? Well, drink this $20 a six-pack. You know how many beers you can buy for $20 at a normal store? Buy a lot. Buy a lot of beer. Buy a lot of beer. $20 for just beer. And you just buy cheap shit, you know. It's a good deal. Anyways, though, the Bud Light boycott's pretty fucking dumb, except for when my aunt, we were watching the Mario movie in theater because they took her grandkids, and I was there too. Because I didn't want to watch just the bootleg, I kind of wanted to see them. And they went on Rainbow Road. My aunt's like, oh, is that the Bud Light bridge? So that was good. So anyways, anything in this Bud Light boycott, there has been one thing that was kind of funny. So be cool to your school. Thank you for watching this clip. Watch it again or watch something else.